Yo, what's the deal? What's going on? Um, if you're new to this channel, I do productive live streams each and every day. My light, something wrong with my light. It just went out, I guess, but it's neither here or there, right? We'll get to the picks. But yeah, I do live streams every day. Big productive live streams, kicking it, turning up, doing parlays, all types of stuff, right? Um, hmm. For the people who've been inquiring about channel memberships, I have a link. I added a link in my description, so you'll be able to find a link and it will say join. You have my Twitter right there, things of that nature, right? So you'll be able to use that link and you could join right there and there for to support what I do. But at the end of the day, um, let's get right to it, right? Um, if you are looking for my Twitter, that's my Twitter right here. At DBets and DFS right here. Oops. If you are looking for my Twitter, there you go right there at DBets and DFS. So that's some place where you can catch me at too, and you can catch me hanging out in the community section there, posting a couple tickets here and there, or and then like I said in the members only, I'll be posting a little something for the people who don't, for the people who support me, right? So let's just go through the slate. It takes a long time to go through these slates. And I'll just give you guys some bats, what I like, get out of here, right? Now, San Diego Padres and Pittsburgh Pirates, I do got a few bets that I do like here, but I'll narrow it down. Um, one bet that I think you can get to for hits, runs, and RBIs, or just a basic hit or something like that, would be Xander Bogaerts, right? So he's been on fire. I did take the 7.5 Ks for. I did take the 7.5 Ks for Dylan C. So we can look at that right there. If you like these guys to win, if you like San Diego Padres to win this game, I couldn't talk you off of that, right? I like San Diego Padres. I probably would like them for money line parlays, run line straights. It's a lean. I don't bet too many games, but if I had to take a side here, it would be the San Diego Padres, right? Um, Cincinnati Reds at Miami Marlins. We had an over under 8 in this spot. Where I do like to back Lodolo is going to be on the road. I wouldn't mind taking the 5.5 strikeouts. I could use it as a parlay piece right now because it came out pretty juiced up, but it's still sitting at 6.5. Um, I mean 5.5. So I'll use that as a parlay piece. Bats here. Jake Fraley, I mean, hits, runs, and RBIs, I still like it for a baseline hit, though you can look at him for a baseline hit. Same thing with Ellie De La Cruz and Tyler Stevenson, right? Those are three bats that I do like here, okay? On the flip side, you can look at Jake Berger. Jake Berger is, he continues to be hot. Uh, and yeah, I'll just keep it moving, right? So Arizona Diamondbacks, Cleveland Guardians, over under 7.5 in the spot. It is Dinger Tuesday. Um, going up this. Let me see what I wrote down here. Right. So all the left-handed batters look great, man. Marte, Carroll, Peterson, Bell, Perdomo, like even Suarez. So I really like. I really like Arizona here. Um, the bats. So my top bat would be Ketel Marte, right? So these picks here, I would take Ketel Marte for 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You could take him as total bases. You could take him up to a home run. He's just been in fuego, right? Um, Jose Ramirez, he's definitely a play. He's good at baseball. So it is what it is. I don't know how I want to attack this Arizona side because I don't know how long Rodriguez is going to be in the lineup, right? So his rehab starts. He didn't really go out there and pitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's just coming out here fresh, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, right? So at the end of the day, uh, you know, I like those lefties, man. Corbin Carroll. Looking at the pitch mix, Corbin Carroll had like 3 home runs versus his pitch mix. I won over the course of a month. I would say Jack Peterson had about 2 or 3 home runs over the course of a month. Of course, and that's just versus his pitch mix, right? But of course, Cattell Marte has been balling, so it is what it is, right? Um, San Francisco Giants at Washington Nationals here. We got an over under 9 in this spot. We got Hayden Birdsong and we got Mackenzie Gore on the mound. I didn't pull the trigger on the strikeouts for Mackenzie Gore or Birdsong. I want to see a little bit more from Birdsong. I know he's got that K stuff. Couldn't talk about the strikeouts if you wanted to get there. Sitting at 4.5, right? Gore, his strikeouts sitting at 6.5. I do think this is a spot where he can strike these San Francisco Giants out, right? He might come up out of there with some bumps and bruises. So my favorite bat here would be Fitzgerald. I really like Fitzgerald in the spot. Hits all the way up to a home run. Um, Luis Garcia Jr. On the Washington side, he's somebody that you can get to as well. Matt Chapman has been on fire. You could also look at Casey Smith, right? So there you have that. I'm still undecided on the strikeouts for Gore and Birdsong. I'm still undecided. Might get there, might not. um, Los Angeles Angels at the Dodgers. I mean at New York Yankees here. So what I ended up taking here, I took the over strikeouts for Hill. It's just gonna have to crack me upside the head, but I took the over strikeouts for Hill. So take what you like, leave what you don't. Right. Um, on the bat side, man, I expect traffic's on the bait to be on the bases here. Um, I took the over 1.5. I mean, minus 1.5 for New York Yankees. I like these guys money line parlays, run line straights. Judge looks phenomenal versus his pitch mix. Soto looks phenomenal versus their pitch mix. Jazz. Um, you can look at them for hits, runs, and RBIs. Just man, it's a lot of guys on this team that can really, really look good. And this is a team that they on the season or say the last 30 days they probably top three in WRC plus versus right hand pitching. Like this kid's got his work cut out for him today, Daniel. So I expect the Yankees to just beat up all over this kid here. All right. On the Angels side, probably won't be getting to any bats here. Mickey Moniak, he don't strike out. He looks good. Couldn't talk you off a hit for him. Nolan Shannon, another guy, low strikeout rate guy. Could probably stretch us still a hit or something like that. But those are bats that I do like, but I probably won't be getting to them. Okay. Um, so right here, I really want to pull the trigger on the Baltimore Orioles team total, or just Baltimore Orioles everything. Money line parlays, run line straights. If I had to pull this trigger, but I didn't pull the trigger yet. We're getting plus money for Baltimore on the road. So for the run line, interesting plays, right? Now the lefties, every lefty on this team, probably from exception but by one or two, but the main suspects stay in play. I'm really loving Santander here. Gunnar Henderson, Colton Cowser, um, just all the lefties, man. And they're great versus Bass's pitch mix. You could look at Vladdy on the other side. Can talk off none of his props, but at the end of the day, it's mm, yeah, it's gonna have to be Santana, right? He's gonna be the top guy. 1A, Gunnar Henderson 1B, Colton Cowser, yeah, I like him as well, right? So those guys are definitely in play. I'm looking for Baltimore to really put it on these guys here. I wouldn't be surprised if their team total was over 5. It might be 5. And now it's going to be, let me see. Let's see what's going to be. 4.5. Um, Slightly favored to the under here. I like it though. I like the 4.5. I wouldn't take the under. Um, then Bassett, I think he pitches his worst to lefties there, so he's got lefty splits. He got left hand splits there, so it is what it is, right? Milwaukee Brewers at Atlanta Braves. I didn't like the Milwaukee Brewers versus this pitch mix here. I could have looked at Willie Adames. He does strike out a lot, but at the end of the day, I'll be looking at these Braves. Ozuna, right? Top bat over here from this game to me. He's got monster numbers versus this pitch mix, extra base hits, home runs, and all that to go with it. So Ozuna, and followed by Ozuna, I mean, you can look at Riley, Arcia, Soler, Olson. All those guys are in place solely off of the pitch mix. Numbers look good at times. Some people numbers look good all the way through. So I like those guys. If I had to take one, it would be Ozuna. I'm trying to figure out if I want to take him for my Dinger Tuesday parlay, but we'll see, right? Tampa Bay Rays at St. Louis Cardinals. We got over the 7.5 in this one. I kind of fell back from the bets here. I just probably want to stay back for a little while. But right now, I took the over K's for Sonny Gray there. I just, I think he's a guy that can get there. He does have 10K upside. So I did take the strikeouts for Sonny Gray there, right? Couldn't talk off his outs either, but I probably won't be going there. Next play on the docket here we're going to look at would be the Houston Astros and Texas Rangers. Now, I'm not going to go into details about who I liked from this game because I forgot to write them down. We got Tyler Molly. He's making his interest today. He's been out for quite some time. This is his debut. Valdez, I know Texas Rangers didn't look good versus Valdez pitch mix. So as you can see, Houston road favors at minus 130, and pitching has a lot to do with that. So um, I'm not gonna go back and look at the numbers though. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna go back and look at the numbers. I don't think I'll be targeting anyone from this game as of right now, but maybe I will probably a little later on, right? So we got over under 6.5 in this Minnesota Twins and Chicago Cubs game. The line was fishy yesterday, and it's fishy again today. It's a pick 'em right now because of the weather, right? I think it's going to be 20 miles plus coming in. So good pitching weather. Not so, and the wind plays a big part factor in Wrigley Field here. So at the end of the day, uh, I'm gonna take a rain check on this game. I'm gonna pass. Now we got an over under 8.5 in this game here. I need to check the weather, right? I want to see what the weather is gonna look like here in Kansas City. But at the end of the day, I got a good feeling this game goes over. We cashed the over yesterday. Um, just got a good feeling this game's gonna go over here. I love bats on both sides. Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, those are my two favorite bats on the Kansas City World side. And Boston Red Sox, we know they're super strong versus right-hand pitching. Seth Lugo is going to have his work cut out for him today. Uh, Devers, Duran, Abreu, Dominic Smith, even down to Tyler O'Neill. If he's in the lineup, I like him as well. Rafaela, just looking at the pitch mix, this Boston team is really, really hard to hold, man. Straight up, really, really hard to hold, right? So at the end of the day, if I had to take one bat from here, actually it would probably be Devers. I do like Bobby Witt though, but it probably would be Devers. Like if I was to go take anybody for a Dinker Tuesday, that's what it would be, Devers, right? And I'm ending up taking them anyway because I you can go over to the community section. I just bet a ton of straights, So I'll end up definitely having him in some of my lineups. I mean, some of my straights. So we got a game at Coors Field today, right? New York Mets at Colorado Rockies. I took the over um, 10 and a half, I say. Now it's up to 11 and a half, right? And I couldn't talk you off of that, right? I haven't seen any weather implications there. If you don't know anything about Coors Field, then you need to know that you can put up runs here and runs in a hurry. Um, um, New York Mets, they got some power bats. I expect for New York Mets to, to put up some runs. Uh, Doyle, Tovar, Rogers, all those guys are in play. Last 2 weeks versus Severino's pitch mix, uh, those Rockies did look good, right? And you don't want to be messing around with these Rockies at home because these they can go ballistic, right? So Tovar over the course of a month, he's one guy that stood out over the rest. I think he had at least 3 home runs versus that pitch mix. But at the end of the day, um, even this 11 and a half is in jeopardy when you got the right bats out there. Lindor, let me see. Did I write anybody down? Lindor and McNeil. Shout out to McNeil for hitting that bomb today, and I had him on my list. But Lindor, McNeil, those guys you can look at for the lefties, and JD and Alonso, those guys you can look at. But you got a ton of guys that don't strike out, Vientos and Iglesias and other guys that don't strike out. See who's in the lineup, and then make your move then, right? Now, I just did not feel like I wanted to go through these bats here. On the Detroit side, I took a glance at them. Some of them look okay, but I just didn't really want to pull the trigger, right? Notes on the Seattle side. Last 2 weeks, left-hand batters, their barrel rate and their fly ball rate is up, right? So at the end of the day, you could probably see some really, really hard hit balls in this game. Probably a few home runs, especially on the Seattle side. I just couldn't pinpoint where I thought it was going to come from, right? I looked at Polanco. Polanco looked good. There's a couple other bats that look good, but I did not write any of them down. Now, Castillo, I'm really, really tempted to take his 18 and a half pitching outs here. I'm really, really tempted to take it. I didn't take it, so I'll just temper my expectations for right now, right? It's a lean. Chicago White Sox at Oakland Athletics. We got Cannon on the mound, Stripping on the mound, over under 8, and I really don't know uh, when the White Sox will win another game. That is crazy. So at the end of the day, though, I mean, yeah, Lawrence Butler, right? So I had him on my sheet yesterday. He came in and he hit a pinch hit home run. Of course, it wasn't versus the pitcher, that started, but it is what it is. I think we could go right back to the well to him right here. So if he's in the lineup, I'm gonna like his runs and RBIs. Rooker has just been an awesome force, right? So I like Rooker. Not gonna get to any bats on the Chicago side, right? And last but not least, this is not my favorite game here, right? So you tell me what you like from this Philadelphia and Dodgers game. I seen Schwarber's numbers. They look pretty good. Still won't pull the trigger. If I do, it would be a home run for Schwarber. But I need to look a little bit further into this game. If you guys got something you guys like from this game, just let me know. At the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. All right. Have a great day. Peace out.